Hey guys, so today I want to talk a little bit about items of food that you think are healthy and actually are not so good for you. So I'm not talking about things that you obviously know are not good for you. I'm not talking about bacon, I'm not talking about donuts. I'm talking about the stuff that they market to you as healthy, and in fact, they are not so good for you. Okay, number one, Jamba Juice or anything like that, maybe Robex. Most of their stuff is not good for you because they put stuff like frozen yogurt, processed preservative juice, really sugary like juice in it and not like fresh juice, and then they'll put ice cream or sherbet or something like that in it, and then it defeats the purpose. I'm not saying you shouldn't go to Jamba Juice because you can actually find a lot of healthy options, but don't just assume because it's a smoothie it's good for you. This is the same with Robex. Actually, Robex just started doing like fresh squeezed like vegetable juices and stuff, and Jamba has stuff where it's like only fruits and vegetables, but just steer clear of like ordering the pink Starburst because that there's nothing in there that's good for you. Nothing. Okay, number two is prepackaged meals that say that they're healthy. An example of this would be like Lean Cuisine, like they're the frozen, like microwavable, whatever. The reason that they market them as healthy is because they're less calories than you would normally eat in a meal, and that is because they're just less food in general. But the food itself is not healthy, and you'd be much better off eating a salad freshly that you made because they put so much preservatives in those, and it's just frozen. The vegetables, if there is any in there, like they've been frozen so long that they basically are like lacking a lot of the nutrients that they originally had, and it'll be like pasta and like stuff, and it's like really not good for you, even though they are like, oh my god, you'll get so skinny if you eat this. Like, no, it's not about just like being skinny, it's about being healthy, and that's just like cutting down proportion sizes by making and then saying that that's what makes it better for you, but you can do that on your own. Like, you can just eat less. I mean, I know it's hard, but I'm just saying like that's like the general idea behind them. Okay, the next thing I still eat, didn't even really know this until recently, but tofu is apparently not so good for you because the soy is very processed, and then most of the times if you get it in a restaurant or something, they'll use a lot of oils and fats to cook it, so, and seasoning and sodium, and it ends up being not that great for you, but I mean, in moderation, it's not horrible. I still eat it. And last is just more things that are like marketed as like skinny, and they're, I don't know, like Skinny Cow is an example of this. They do the like chocolates. It's not whole, it's not clean, it's not whatever. It's totally just less, like they'll put like stuff like, I don't know, like Splenda in it or something to make it less calories, and that's all it is. It's less calories, but that does not mean it's better for you. So instead of getting one of the Skinny Cow like chocolate bars, just getting like really high percentage dark chocolate is a way better alternative. Or instead of getting one of their like ice creams, maybe like frozen fruit or like a fresh organic frozen popsicle that's made from like organic juice. Or I mean, I know that like we'll all have like cravings and want to like, I don't know, have something sweet, and I'm like the worst person to talk to you about this because desserts are my weakness, but Skinny Cow is really not much better for you than a regular thing of the equivalence. And I'm sure there's a lot of other things that I'm not thinking of right now that are also not very good for you, but that's all I can think of for now. And there's a lot of the opposite, where you have this reputation of something being bad for you, and it's actually not horrible. It's not as bad as you think. An example of that would be egg yolks. They like have this rep of like being really too high in cholesterol, but they have a lot of actually good like fats for you, and they're really not horrible. So I mean, there's a bunch more of that I could talk about too, but that's just like a quick run through. Like, steer clear, like not everything that's like, oh, we're healthy is actually healthy.